Hi everyone, day 4 update. I'm actually not done working for today, so I have more that I will get done today. But I I I've been doing some more on this guy. I got it. I got the contrast up a lot more in the real deep areas. It's not. I wouldn't call it completely done. However, I think until I get further on other areas as well, certain things in here are going to be considered somewhat done for now. I want to get a gloss coat and so just like some really thin inks in some areas, and some areas I need to touch up a bit as well. But overall, I like the contrast, so I'm considering, especially considering I'm now moving on to the red. I'm considering the week 1 objective done, just because there are certain things I need to do before I can actually do some other touch-up work and things on the metals. Part of it is just in case I do need to do touch-up work because I screw up somewhere with the other colors. That way I don't spend too much time going back and forth touching up areas that I've already gotten somewhat done. But anyways, as I said, I started working on the red. I'm not done for today, but it's going on really thin layers. I'm using right now. This is a burnt cadmium red, really a model color. Though honestly, I was thinking this would be my mid-tone, though it might actually be even a little bit brighter than I had intended. We'll find out. I'm gonna go in. I'll start shading it as well. I like burnt cadmium red because it's a nice step up from Hull red. Hull red is a dark brownish red that is very dark by comparison. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people use it. It's used for like rust and undercoats for red and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is a good color for Blood Ravens because they have that kind of dark, kind of almost burnished or burnt red color to them. They're not super bright. Like they're nowhere near as bright as like uh, the Blood Angels. So as I said, I put this down. For now, it's going to be my base color, and ideally maybe the mid-tone. As I add shade, we'll see how it starts looking. We'll see if I want to adjust it a little bit so that this is a little bit further down in the scale and that I have more room to highlight up, or if this actually works as the mid-tone. We'll see. It's going to be an experimental process, and I'm actually kind of glad I'm already on this part a little bit earlier than I intended just because of that. But yeah. It's problem with the silvers, trying to see transition with the silvers is unless it's a really big area where the transition's a lot more obvious. It almost just looks like that's how the light's playing, but I promise you, it actually is a lot darker in the bottom area. It's just the light, the way the light hits it just doesn't. It just it. I I think that's why it looks like. Personally, that's why I like how I did that so well. It's because it almost kind of just looks like looks really natural to me. Love it. Anyways, day 4 question. What projects outside of the main painting challenge we're working on? I know I've been showing you guys the Dark Angels commission I've been working on, but let's do something a little bit more personal that I've been working on. I've been personally working on. I have them all basically assembled now. The entirety of the Deathstorm box set. And here's the Broodlord. Here's that special Blood Angels Captain in the Terminator armor. I got all the Death Company done. They got their backpacks off. Because I put the jump packs on them, but I want to be able to paint them a little bit easier, so the jump packs need to stay off. Same thing with the Death Company Dreadnought. He's in pieces. He's in easier to work on pieces. But like, here, got my warriors all built up, and yeah, I did build this. I did build this one up as the Tyranid Prime. In the future, I might actually try to play through some of the campaign missions in the Deathstorm book. So, you know, I'll play him in that mission, however the heck he's supposed to be kitted out, and however the heck he's supposed to be kitted out. I think this is a legal squad, though I'm not 100% positive on that. But I gave them whatever weapons I thought sounded like it would work. As I get more warriors in the future, they will get different other ones with different builds, just for the sake of doing different jobs. Because warriors aren't that bad for adding to the synapse web. Personally, I don't think they are. And I'm not a huge fan of the smaller guys being always being necessarily magnetized. I like the big ones that you're not going to want to have as many of anyways, and you can't have as many of anyways. Like this guy, he's going to be magnetized, and partly because it's easier to transport him that way, and partly because he's going to have other options. So him and the Carnifex will get magnetized. But things like this, I don't usually bother unless there's a really, really good reason to. Anyways, that's what I've been working on outside of the May Painting Challenge. We'll see if any of these guys get any paint on them during. I can't promise that I got a lot to do. A lot to do. Anyways, take care. Have a wonderful day.